Good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. My name is Priyanka Das and welcome to today's segment of Quick Morning, where we delve into the latest news and updates from around the country and the world to set the tone for your day. From tracking CBI moving to the High Court, seeking death penalty for the RG rape and murder accused Sanjay Roy, to Uttarakhand all set to implement the Uniform Civil Code. Stay tuned as Republic TV brings you the ground realities of these developments. But that's not all. We'll also be bringing you the latest updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here in Republic, as always with the nation first this quick morning. The CBI has filed an appeal in the Calcutta High Court seeking the death penalty for Sanjay Roy. Convicted in the RG Medical College and Hospital rape murder case, Roy was sentenced to life imprisonment by the Sealdah court on January 20th for the rape and murder of an on-duty doctor in August 2024. The CBI argues that the life sentence is inadequate and has the right to appeal on grounds of severity. A division bench of the High Court will hear the appeal today, along with the West Bengal government's similar plea for capital punishment. Union Home Minister Amit Shah is set to visit Prayagraj today for a one-day trip to participate in the ongoing Mahakumbh Mela 2025. According to a release from the Mahakumbh Media Centre, Shah will begin his visit with a holy dip at the Triveni Sangam at 11:25 a.m. Following the ritual, the Home Minister will visit the revered Bade Hanumanji Temple and the Akshay Vat. He will also make his way to the Juna Akhada, where he will meet with Maharaj and other saints and join them for lunch. The next meeting of the Joint Parliamentary Committee on the Waqf Bill 2024 is scheduled to be held today. Meanwhile, Jagdambika Pal, chairman of the JPC on the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024, accused TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee of using unparliamentary language against him. Pal said that the House was adjourned twice due to the alleged ruckus created by the opposition leaders who had been suspended from the JPC meeting. Pal said that BJP MP Nishikant Dubey moved a motion to suspend the opposition MPs for creating a ruckus after they resorted to shouting and sloganeering, which prevented the meeting from continuing. Uttarakhand will become the first state in India to implement the Uniform Civil Code today. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami announced all preparations, including the approval of rules and training of officials, have been completed for the rollout. The UCC aims to ensure equal rights and responsibilities for all citizens, bringing uniformity in areas such as marriage, divorce, succession, and live-in relationship. It sets a uniform marriageable age for men and women, bans polygamy, and mandates the registration of marriages and live-in relationships.
उसकी सभी तैयारियां पूरी हो गई हैं और एक समृद्ध समाज बने, इसमें लिंग, जाति, वर्ग, कोई भी भेद न हो, धर्म का भेद न हो, सबके लिए कानून। ये हमारे प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में हमारा देवभूमि उत्तराखंड की जनता के साथ संकल्प था, हमारा वायदा था। हम उस वायदे को पूरी तरह से कल लागू करके पूरा कर रहे हैं।
Telangana Chief Minister Rewant Reddy on Saturday expressed dissatisfaction over the centre allegedly not taking into consideration of the names recommended by the state government for the Padma Awards and is contemplating writing to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. At a meeting with ministers and officials, the Chief Minister said that this discrimination is an insult to the people of Telangana. The state government had recommended the names of folk singer and Baladir Gaddar and other notable artists. But the centre not considering them is an insult to the folklore people of Telangana. Telangana Chief Minister Rewant Reddy criticized the draft UGC guidelines, calling them an attack on the constitution and demanded their withdrawal. He vowed to lead a collective fight with other southern states, including Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, against the regulations. Reddy expressed concerns over the centre's plan to appoint Vice Chancellor for Telangana universities from Delhi, saying it undermines state autonomy. He called the move a cultural attack and a conspiracy to control state universities. The BJP has released a video alleging that workers of the Aam Aadmi Party were distributing money disguised as calendars ahead of the upcoming elections. The video, which was shared by BJP's Pravesh Verma, shows AAP workers handing out the calendars with money allegedly concealed inside them. The video has sparked controversy, with the BJP accusing AAP of indulging in bribery to influence voters.
आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग 500-500 रुपये हर घर में बांट रहे कैलेंडर के अंदर डालकर। ऐसे वीडियो कल यहाँ पे ली मैरिडन के पीछे फिरोज गांधी कैंप के आए, वहाँ पे पुलिस ने उनको पकड़ा, उनको गिरफ्तार किया, उनकी एनसीआर कटी है, उनके ऊपर में मुकदमे दर्ज हुए हैं। हजारों इनके लोग, ऐसे पेड लोग, सबको 800-800 रुपये की अपना डेली वेजेस के ऊपर में बुलाया गया है और उनसे काम करवाया जा रहा है।
A Pakistani national was apprehended from near the India-Pakistan border in Gujarat's Kutch district on Sunday. The BSF troops sensed suspicious activities near the border fencing in Kutch in the wee hours of Sunday. The troops searched the surrounding area and apprehended a Pakistani national identified as Khabar, resident of Badin district in Sindh province of the neighbouring country. The latest action comes nearly 2 weeks after the BSF similarly apprehended a Pakistani national while trying to enter India from in north of Harami Nala along the international border in Kutch district. A tragic incident occurred in Madhya Pradesh's Indore on Sunday when a 12-year-old Class 8 student died of a cardiac arrest during a race competition organised by his school. The incident took place in the Lasudia police station area when the young boy collapsed suddenly while participating in the race and fell to the ground. Experiencing breathing difficulties, teachers and students at the event immediately rushed him to the nearest hospital. Despite efforts to save him, the boy passed away during the treatment. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin on Sunday hit out at the centre of the now annulled Union Government initiative of tungsten mining and accused the main opposition party, AIADMK, for supporting an amendment in Parliament on the matter that led to the auctioning move for mining, withdrawn later. Addressing people in a function to felicitate him at the Valalapatti village in Madurai district for getting the mining proposal cancelled, Stalin said the BJP-led centre attempted to initiate tungsten mining and it had been halted with the support of People's Power, and public knew the atrocious anti-people measures of the union government. We are tracking the top business stories for the day. We bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape. From tracking FBI continuing to pull out funds from the Indian equities, to Deloitte calling out extended benefits under the PLI scheme, to handicraft and leather sector. Stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. Foreign portfolio investors have continued to pull out funds from the Indian equities, with withdrawals amounting to Rs 64,156 crores so far in January. This ongoing exodus is attributed to factors such as the weakening of the Indian rupee, rising US bond yields, and a cautious outlook for corporate earnings this quarter. In December, FPIs had invested Rs 15,446 crore, but the current sentiment reflects growing concern over both global and domestic challenges. Additionally, the high valuations of Indian stocks, despite the recent price corrections, along with expectations of weak earnings growth and broader macroeconomic uncertainties, are making investors more cautious. Another factor influencing this trend is the unpredictability surrounding the policies of current US President Donald Trump, which has led to risk-averse behavior among investors. The combined market valuation of 4 of the top 10 valued firms declined by Rs 1,25,396.45 crore last week. With Reliance Industries taking the biggest hit in line with weak investors' sentiment, the market valuation of Reliance Industries slumped by Rs 74,969 crore to Rs 16,85,998 crore. There were many companies in the fray whose valuations diminished significantly, including Life Insurance Corporation of India, State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, among others. As the nation awaits upcoming budget, Deloitte called for extending fiscal benefits under the production-linked incentive scheme to sectors such as handicrafts and leather, allowing creation of more jobs. It continued and suggested that the existing PLI schemes must continue in sectors that have seen success such as electronics, auto and semiconductors. The government in 2021 announced PLI schemes for 14 sectors, including telecommunications, white goods, textiles, manufacturing of medical devices, automobiles, specialty steel, among others, with an outlay of Rs 1.97 lakh crore. India's apex IT industry body Nascom has made a strong case for tweaks in the country's safe harbour rules as part of its budget wish list for 2025. The industry body proposed that the current cap on turnover and the criterion of bearing insignificant risk should be removed, urging the government to make the regime applicable to all global capability centres. Nascom also recommended a significant reduction in the current safe harbour margin rates, which were previously adjusted in 2017 but are still deemed very high by the industry. Nascom has called for creating a dedicated deep tech fund to support the burgeoning startup ecosystem in India. Abhi Moving on to our international segment, where we're tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global headlines. Today, we delve into significant developments from around the world, from diplomatic tensions in the Middle East to bilateral meetings between Saudi Arabia and Italy, strengthening the diplomatic and economic ties. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. After signing a flurry of executive orders, Trump has called all Palestinians to vacate Gaza. Expanding on the Gaza plan of the new administration, Trump called on Arab partners Jordan and Egypt to shelter all Palestinians currently inhabiting Hamas-controlled Gaza. Trump has led the world in on his new plan at a time when there are concerns around Hamas regaining control of Gaza in light of the peace deal. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni met in the historic city of Al Ula to sign an agreement establishing a strategic partnership council between the two nations. The meeting, set against the backdrop of Al Ula's iconic sandstone formations and UNESCO World Heritage Sites, marked a significant milestone in strengthening diplomatic and economic ties between Saudi Arabia and Italy. US President Donald Trump reiterated his interest in Greenland during a discussion aboard Air Force One. Further launching a scathing attack at Denmark, he said that the residents didn't like the way they were being treated by the country. The president also made some of his most extensive comments about his recent suggestions that Canada could become part of the US. He suggested that the US is losing hundreds of millions annually to Canada in trade deficits, while Canada does almost 90% of their business with the United States. The foreign minister for the Democratic Republic of Congo blasted Rwanda at the UN in New York over escalating violence in the eastern Congolese city of Goma. While condemning the violence, she attacked Rwanda for getting away with killing peacekeepers from South Africa, Malawi, Uruguay. The reason of the conflict remains about 100 armed groups who have been vying for a foothold in a mineral-rich region, creating one of the world's largest humanitarian crises. Congo severed diplomatic ties with Rwanda as fighting between Rwanda-backed rebels and government forces raged again around Goma, leaving at least 13 dead and displaced thousands of civilians.
What I say to troop contributing countries, and this is very important because Rwanda itself is one of the UN's largest troop contributing countries, is that this crisis is not a DRC specific crisis. This should compel all troop contributing countries to engage in a robust conversations with the United Nations, with DPKO, on what it means to be a troop contributing countries. How is it permissible that a country, one of the largest troop contributing countries, gets away with killing peacekeepers?
The presidential election in Belarus ended with polling stations closing at 8 p.m. local time, with Belarus's President Alexander Lukashenko continuing to remain certain to extend his more than 3 decades in power in Sunday's election. Lukashenko has been in power since 1994 and has ruled the country of 9 million people with an iron fist. The first container ship of the China-Europe Express arrived at its destination at the Jade Weser port in Wilhelmshaven, Germany. The cargo ship, carrying over 1,700 containers of new energy and other high-value goods, completed its non-stop voyage in 26 days. This opening significantly enhances the flow of goods between China and Europe, strengthening the stability of the global industrial and supply chains. By linking one of the world's busiest cargo ports to Europe with no intermediate stops, the CEX is expected to ease logistical challenges.
Enhance the flows of goods between China and Europe, strengthening the stability of a global industrial and supply chains. The route demonstrates vividly how the belts and roads are built together.
In their first public comments since reuniting with their loved ones, relatives of 4 female Israeli soldiers freed from captivity in Gaza expressed joy and gratitude. They were released by Hamas after more than 15 months in captivity. In exchange, Israel released 200 Palestinian prisoners. The families expressed their gratitude to everyone who made the release possible, singling out US President Donald Trump and his Mid-East envoy Steve Witkoff for special thanks.
Thank you, President Trump, for everything you are doing for our hostages. If anyone can bring world peace, it's definitely you. And we are confident you will do whatever it takes to get us there.
Mourners attended the funeral of a 2-year-old Palestinian girl in the West Bank. The girl was shot in the head by Israeli forces in the area of Jenin, a city in the northern West Bank where Israeli forces have been operating in recent days. While the attack was condemned by many, Israel took the onus of the attack, saying that fired at terrorists who had barricaded themselves behind a structure. As Israel operations continue in West Bank, at least 11 Palestinians have been killed in Jenin in the latest raid. All right, viewers, it's time to dive into the world of sports with our segment dedicated to all the action-packed highlights and exciting matchups. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the Ranji Trophy 2025 to Nikki Prasad's Indian team entering the semi-finals of the Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup 2025. Keep listening to All the Buzz right here on our sports segment. Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman Mohsin Naqvi has all but confirmed that Saim Ayub will be missing the upcoming Champions Trophy 2025. During an interaction with reporters in Karachi, Naqvi stated that the Pakistan board is in no mood to risk Saim for the Champions Trophy, saying that he is their asset. Saim twisted his ankle while fielding on day 1 of the second test against South Africa in Cape Town earlier in January. He was carried off the field and is currently undergoing treatment in London. World number 1 Yannick Sinner created history as he became the first Italian player to win 3 single Grand Slams. In a fight between the world number 1 and world number 2 for the Australian Open title, the 23-year-old Sinner defeated 27-year-old Zverev in straight sets 6-3, 7-6, 7-4, 6-2 to lift his 3rd major. Sinner has become the first player to win 10 consecutive straight sets wins over the ATP top 10 opponents since 1973. Nikki Prasad's Indian team entered the semi-finals of the Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup 2025 after winning over Bangladesh in a Super 6 Group 1 match. India, unbeaten in the tournament, defeated Bangladesh in a rain-hit game at the Biomas Oval, Kuala Lumpur. They chased down 65 in only 7.1 overs with 8 wickets in hand. To address his weakness outside the off-stump on the back of length balls, star batter Virat Kohli has reunited with former Indian batting coach Sanjay Roy. Ahead of his Ranji Trophy return, Kohli, who pulled out of the 6th-round clash with the domestic Premier Red Ball tournament due to a leg sprain, is set to feature in Delhi's last group game against Railways at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi from January 30th onwards. South Africa batter Faf du Plessis has gone past Indian icon Virat Kohli in a major T20 record list. Du Plessis leads Joburg Super Kings in the South African domestic franchise tournament. During Johannesburg's Super Kings reverse fixture against defending champion Sunrisers Eastern Cape at the Wanderers Stadium on Sunday, du Plessis featured in his 400th T20 match, going past Kohli, who has played 399 T20 games so far. Australia's opening batter Usman Khawaja recently opened up on his retirement plans as he expressed desire to play the Ashes later this year. In the recent Test series against Australia, all the members of the squad were above the age of 29, except debutants Nathan McSweeney and Stam Constance. Hence, the Aussie side is due for a transition in the coming years as a few senior players could well be seen hanging their boots. Former India cricketer Akash Chopra has lavished praise on young India batter Tilak Verma, describing him as a player on the path to becoming a superstar. Tilak's remarkable performances in the T20 internationals, including a match-winning knock against England in Chennai, have reinforced his reputation as a reliable middle-order batter for India. Tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today we bring you the highlights from the Sundance Film Festival in Park City to Coldplay's record-breaking concert in Ahmedabad. This and more as we unravel all the latest updates from the entertainment industry this morning. Choreographer Remo D'Souza visited the Mahakumbh Mela and took a holy dip at the Triveni Sangam in Prayagraj, marking a significant moment during his spiritual journey. Taking to his Instagram handle, he shared a video from the spiritual visit. He also posted a series of pictures in which he, along with his wife Lizelle, can be seen taking blessings from Swami Kailash Anand Giriraj Maharaj. Coldplay is creating a heavy buzz with its concerts in Mumbai and Ahmedabad. The British band, led by Chris Martin, made history on Saturday when it performed in Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium, resulting in the biggest concert ever. The stadium can accommodate over 1 lakh spectators, hence making Coldplay the only band in India to have record-breaking concert goers at the concert. The band took it to its official social media handle to express gratitude. As many in the entertainment industry navigate the devastating effects of the California wildfires, some will soon be decamping to cleaner air in the mountains. The annual Sundance Film Festival is underway in Park City, Utah. Sundance runs from January 23rd through February 2nd. There are about 90 features premiering across the 11 days, with screenings starting early in the morning through midnight. Award winners will be announced on January 31st. Oscars host Conan O'Brien says he's still unable to live in his home due to the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles, and that the show's organizations want to be sensitive to what's happened to the residents. Thousands of Angelenos had their homes destroyed in wildfires that tore through the Pacific Palisades and Altadena neighborhoods this month. Many of those whose homes survived cannot yet return due to smoke or other damage. O'Brien was tapped last year to host the 97th Academy Awards, which will be held March 2nd in Los Angeles. The fires twice postponed the Academy's nominations announcement, which was held Thursday. Emilia Perez emerged as the leading nominee. And that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Morning. Don't go anywhere, viewers. We'll be right back tracking the top headlines and biggest stories from across the globe, only on Republic TV.